Kryptonians, we have made it through yet another season of Titans. Today I'm going to be talking about the season 2 finale. I'm also going to be giving my general thoughts on the season as a whole. A spoiler warning, if you have not yet caught up with Titans, if you haven't seen the season finale, go to DC Universe or whatever illegal streaming platform you're watching Titans on. Watch that episode and then come back here, because then we can talk about everything in totality. And I want to thank everybody for tuning into my recaps and my reviews for Titans this year. It's been really fun. I've enjoyed giving them out. I've enjoyed talking about Titans every week, and I really appreciate the people who gave me feedback and tuned in and checked it out. That's much love. Today is a day for truth. Today I am going to be giving some praise. Today I'm going to be bitching a little bit, but above all, I'm going to be honest. I get in front of this camera and I am my own natural goofy ass self. Everything you get from me is 100% honesty. So if you came to this video and you want me to tell you what you want to hear, I feel like this ain't the video for you. Let's get into the finale. This finale is about basically the convergence of two major storylines that have been coming on strong in the second half of this season. Storyline with Deathstroke, which has been built from the first episode up until now, and then about halfway through the season it became more of a Cadmus story. You start off the episode and Connor is at Cadmus and he is being auctioned off to the highest bidder. Basically, this definitely smells like a Lex Luthor money play. Mercy is showing Connor to a room full of rich assholes who supposedly are supposed to buy Connor at some kind of auction. She has Connor shoot a bullet at her and then catch the bullet, and then everybody's impressed and she's like, hey, wait till later, we've got more to show you. The guy that snitched on Cadmus to Donna and Don before, he gets killed by a bullet. Man, imagine if somebody throws a bullet at you. Like, imagine dying from a bullet getting thrown at you. I can't even really imagine. You didn't even get shot, you got throwed. Like, bro, that's tough. To catch up with the Titans, the women have all regrouped and they're trying to figure out the best way to bust out Gar and Connor from Cadmus. Donna is basically like, screw it, we've got enough firepower, we've got a dark witch, we've got an alien, we've got an Amazon, we've got Don and that ass. Should be good. Like, we should just go through the front door and then bust out Gar and Connor. We'll figure out the rest later. Starfire, of course, informs the entire group that something is going weird with her powers and for some reason she can't use them anymore, and she might not be as much help in this battle as we all want her to be. Bottom line is that the girls all decide, okay, we're gonna go get Gar and Connor, but then they hear a report on the news of a wild animal being let loose in the carnival. Gar has been turned loose and is attacking innocent people in the carnival, so they're like, okay, screw Cadmus, we need to go get Gar right now. Girls are all on their way to go get Gar, and on their way they are attacked by Deathstroke, and this is it. This is the big showdown you've been waiting for. Deathstroke shows up in the alley and starts opening fire on the entire car. Starfire gets shot in the process. Rachel heals her using her magic, which is kind of weird because she obviously felt in control for this moment. I'm like, why didn't you think that you would, like, I don't know, bring a gargoyle through her elbow or something? No? You didn't know that would happen? Interesting. In the moment that I personally have been waiting for, Nightwing shows up. Dick Grayson lands on top of the car in all of his Nightwing glory, and it's just, it's sex, man. It's just, it's amazing. Think about where Dick started in the show as a detective in season 1, and then halfway through season 1, he throws away his Robin outfit. To see him now here in his Nightwing transformation, it's just amazing. It's everything that I wanted. He looks badass in the suit. It reminds me of the Arkham version of Nightwing in terms of its detail. So then him and Deathstroke get into a fight, and I also love the way that Dick's fighting style is more graceful, more acrobatic now. It's actually giving Deathstroke the business. He's flipping around him, he's kicking him in the face. I know Deathstroke's sitting there like, fuck if I lose to this fucking ballerina ass nigga, what the fuck? And of course Ravager shows up, and that's when the real fun begins, because Ravager is in her full comic accurate outfit and it looks awesome except for the headpiece. We get a 2-on-1 battle. We get Dick and we get Ravager versus Deathstroke, and other than the fact that there's a little bit too many cuts in this fight, I think it's really solid work. It has plenty of badass moments throughout, but one of the things I was thinking while I was watching, I was just sitting there, I was just like, why are the rest of the Titans just sitting in the car? Couldn't they just get out the car and end this in like 2 seconds? Donna, you're an Amazon and you have the fucking lasso. Like, you could literally get out of the car and this shit would be over. Raven, you could just use your dark goo and you could immobilize them. I'm just sitting there the whole time like, yo, what if something happens to Ravager and Dick while this is going on? Would you guys then feel guilty? Would you feel responsible because the script told you that you had to stay in the fucking car? Who wrote this? The bottom line is that Deathstroke does get taken out after like 2 minutes. Ravager stabs him, and then Ravager tells Jericho, who is still inside Deathstroke, to get inside her body. Jericho uses this opportunity to escape from Deathstroke's body. He gets inside Rose's body. He has a nice little powwow with Dick. It's nice to see them reunited again. Although it's kind of unclear how Rose knew that Jericho was alive and that he was inside Deathstroke. Like, I feel like that information wasn't shared on screen. This had to have been an off-screen type of thing. Pretty sure that only Dick and the Titans knew about this. I don't think Deathstroke would have told Rose, so I don't really know how she knew that Jericho would be in there. It was nice to see her unite with the Titans and whatever. It was nice to see them save Jericho. All that is taken care of. I know that this is just the writer's way of trying to get Deathstroke out of the way early so that they can set up the rest of the confrontation with Cadmus. We get to the carnival and we have kind of an awkward standoff between Don and Donna and Corey because they're trying to figure out the best way to approach Connor. This is after Connor and Gar have like a little mini fight, and then Connor bitch slaps him over to the side, and then Rachel gets to go over to Gar and bring him back to himself. Conversation with Connor is not really going all that well. Donna gets into a fight with him, and then she gets punched, and then Connor's about to kill the others, and then guess who shows up? Hank. This ain't the most pointless shoehorned cameo in the history of pointless shoehorned cameos. I mean, basically, it's just so that we can have a scene between Don and Hank later. That's really all this is. Hank shows up at the last second in this fight, and he does jack shit. I do love the parallel that they set up between the end of season 1 and this ending, because in the end of season 1, Dick Grayson, he gets infiltrated by Trigon and he consumed by darkness, and then Gar and Rachel have to help bring him out of it. This one, instead, you have Dick going inside Connor's mind to kind of bring him out of the darkness and bring light to his world, and that leads to a really awesome scene in a field. But whatever, the point is, crisis averted, Mercy Graves gets taken out. Bruce Wayne was there to help shut down her live feed, which, you know, thanks for Bruce coming in the clutch. We get to it. We get to, like, single-handedly the dumbest moment of the episode that I believe overshadows pretty much everything else. So earlier in the fight, I guess there was this thing that got hit, and then it just kind of stayed upright for the rest of the time. But then conveniently, at this moment, at the end, it decides it wants to fall over. And this thing has electricity running through it. So, of course, Donna stupidly just goes over there and she holds it up. And, oh my God, there's so much wrong with this. I can't even... Bro, I'm the one that's been rooting for Donna's death. I like Connor Leslie as an actress. I think she's hot. I think she was great in season 1 as this character. I think season 2 has ruined her character with bad writing. I'm not losing any sleep. In fact, I'm cheering for Donna's death. But bro, this is the way you decide to do it? This is the way you decide to kill off Donna fucking Troy? You have this thing pumped full of electricity that's been standing up for this entire fight, and then all of a sudden it just conveniently falls over at the perfect moment. The way that it's choppily edited and framed and shot, it just doesn't even look that convincing, bro. I'm just telling you, it doesn't even look like it makes that much sense. When she goes and holds the thing up, it doesn't even feel like there's that many people that are in danger. Like, it feels like she could have dropped it a lot earlier than she did. All that aside, Connor was literally standing right there. Why couldn't Connor do this? I mean, he probably wouldn't even be affected. Now, I can kind of buy Donna being hurt by electricity, but come on, you're telling me she fucking died from getting electrocuted? This is Donna fucking Troy. She's an Amazon, for God's sakes. How the fuck is she gonna die from electricity? Bro, this is like killing Jabba the Hutt with a sandwich. Imagine if in Return of the Jedi, Jabba didn't die because he got strangled. He died because Leia put a sandwich down his throat. Oh, Jabba, oh, the sandwich, it don't taste so good. Oh, I did. That's what this was, bro. This was Connor Leslie. This was Donna Troy, an Amazon getting killed by an electrified sandwich. That's how I look at it. The rest of the episode is pretty much filler and mop-up because we have to deal with the ramifications of Donna's death. Amazons apparently come and go from Themyscira freely, so they come and they pick up her body from the airport, and Rachel decides to go with them because she thinks that there's a chance that she might be able to bring Donna back. Pretty cool conversation between Bruce and Dick. We have a pretty cool conversation between Dick and Gar, where Dick takes that leadership mantle and he's like, no, Gar, this wasn't your fault. Everything that you did, put it on me. I'm the one that left. I should never have left you alone. It's hard to really care about the rest of the episode, honestly, because this death from Donna, even though I don't mind that she's dead, I feel like it's completely unearned the way that they did it. Get the full shot of the team in action, and they're in their costumes, and it looks great. It looks awesome, and I like the fact that we finally get to see the Titans operating as a team in the final moments of the finale. Thoughts on the finale are pretty much the same as my thoughts on season 2 as a whole. There are some good moments mixed in with some bad moments. But when it's firing on all cylinders, it has great costume design. It has some pretty good fight choreography. I think the performances are solid. I just think that the writers lack focus. I think that the writers chopped this season up and they completely butchered what could have been a really strong narrative. So many moments in this season of inexplicably bad writing where characters make decisions or have motivations that don't make sense episode to episode. There are entire subplots and storylines that are brought up and then dropped a little bit later, and it makes it feel like it's all pointless. Character storylines and arcs that aren't even completely fulfilled. There are a lot of ones that are focused on that don't really add anything to the show and in fact take away from the show. You build up Deathstroke to be this big awesome badass and then you kill him off basically in 5 to 10 minutes. By the way, Deathstroke Deathstroke will be back. He's Deathstroke. He's not dead. We all know this. Donna's probably gonna come back too, but that's not the point, bro. The point is that they fumbled the ball. Like, they had the ball on the 5-yard line, and they just dropped that shit. Left feeling conflicted about season 2, just like I was conflicted about season 1. I think there are definitely some great moments. I think Dick and Gar's relationship was developed well. I think Rachel and Corey's relationship was developed well. There were some fun moments of action. The comic accuracy of the outfits was really good. The season made too many writing mistakes that didn't make that much sense to me, like waiting until the very end of the season to try to get me to give a fuck about Rose. Like, come on, bro. Overall, I think that this show needs a new showrunner. I think it needs new writers, and to be honest, I think it needs more budget. I think all 3 of those things are holding this show back from its potential, and that's why I'm so harsh on the show, because I can see the potential in it. I can see what it could be. More things to say about this season, but I don't want to take up too much more of your time. So guys, tell me, what did you think about the finale? What did you think about season 2? Let me know. Sound off in the comment section below. Just like and subscribe to the Superfan Show, and as always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.